Hey folks, we're back with Jak and Daxter, where we're gonna finish the game tonight. Unless Sylvester goes on his murderous rampage tonight, we'll be finishing it. This will be the last session. The session that is the last one. It's also the last session.
You had a glitcher one time on the PS4 version. I walked into this room. It started the cutscene, glitched it, and all of a sudden I was at the top, everybody was rescued, and I had all the power cells in here. Like, I literally didn't have to do any of it. Weird glitch.
Will it happen again?
Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
You know that narrator died recently.
Yeah.
The one thing capable of opening the dark eco silos. If you can free the four of us, we can use our combined powers to break the force shield surrounding the robot before they use it to destroy the world.
Destroy it.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
I'll have the chicken.
Billy.
I feel like a lot of millennials looked at that kind of humor, looked at that, and then tried to make their own, repeat the same thing over and over, or don't do, or just. I think that because there was actually that lol random humor in the 2000s, but it was done better then. A little better.
I don't think it really was done any better. I think it always sucked.
Okay. There were some that were funnier in the 2000s more than there was in the 2010s. I don't think you thought it always sucked because what was it? I like pie, by our parents.
Yeah.
It just depends on how it's done. It's just in the 2010s it was not done very well. It was also too much of it anyway. Like it was kind of overblown with it. I do like that joke on Family Guy. Like it's from 2013, but it was like, let's take pictures. Like where girls in their 20s, like girls in their 20s or something like that. It had like Peter and Quagmire and Mort just like taking pictures of themselves, like having the mustaches and all that, making the faces, and then making the either a duck face or some kind of face like that. And he said, and Peter's like, "Oh my gosh, we are so random." And I was just like, this is, at least at the time, it was painfully accurate.
My favorite is still like you had like the girl dressing like what you might call quote unquote a little bit street.
Yeah.
And then she's got like what does she have? She has the like the flat bill hat and all that, like the snapback type of hat.
Yeah.
And it says, girls that dress like this in 2012 are all single mothers now.
It's kind of true though.
Very accurate. Because I know girls who did dress like that, who
and
are currently single mothers.
Yeah. Or they're with the guy because they have to be. Or, well,
I don't know if she is now. I've not seen her in a few years. But the last I knew.
Yeah.
Frickin' so gonna
Yeah, you had to kind of jump between and watch out for the flames. What saws? Flames.
No, wait. How?
No, you gotta go down there. And then now you gotta watch your step. Anyway.
I think the camera is up too high in this game, or at least it's hard to get it low enough.
Apparently, when they went widescreen, unless it was just the PS3 and Vita versions.
That was not intentional.
Apparently, when you put it in widescreen, it kind of sort of zooms in the screen a little bit.
Huh.
Maybe to give it that widescreen look. So in a case like this,
is that why some things are just always a little out of view?
I think so. Maybe. I remember.
What?
I remember
earlier.
Jay from. We're gonna fast forward it. There we go. Alright, and we're back. So yeah, Jay's review, Jay from Jay's review, he did the whole, where he's pointing out the whole, like, zoomed in screen thing. Kind of zoomed in screen thing.
Good work, fellas.
Good work, fellas.
Right about you. Great piles of precursor metal. That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc. I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below.
Yeah. You do that. We'll, just go find more help. Weirdo!
Basically, the mic from back in the day was, "Holy crap! The mic was," you know. That's what it felt like. Good job.
I just had to see what was gonna happen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna feed my dog real quick. You're gonna be alone with Andrew again. I'm sorry.
Next is my 97-part dissertation on the ring there on Jack's tunic. Now you may be thinking, why 97 parts? And I'm thinking, I'm actually shortening it for you. There's so much more that could be said, but I won't do that. Brevity does help. It matters. So we're going to leave it at 97 parts instead of the anticipated 156. I believe in brevity. We won't cover every single thing that can be said about the ring there on his tunic. We'll cover enough for you to know and to be educated. That's what my video essay series are always meant to do, is educate you, the listener. I think it's helpful to understand the intricacies of these things. I get it, I went a little too hard, and, well, part 1 in my very first series was on this specific torch right here. It was 267 parts. And I admit, that was a bit too much. And I've learned brevity since then. I know how to handle it. So what I'm going to do is just make it 97 parts, covering that ring right there. I'll even have a bonus episode that mentions it in Jak 2. That one will be one episode because it, in and of itself, could be an entire series. I hope you all will watch it and feel more educated. Yeah. Man, this thing feels painfully slow. And yeah, it took me a little while to get here, but it's because I wanted to get all the orbs, because we are 100%ing this. Alrighty. So this is always fun. Okay. So we're going to try to hit green for this one. We got blue for this one. Yellow for this one. Red for this one. We're dead. entirely sure how you were supposed to get that without dying once. I mean, isn't that the case, though, where most every video game, technically the story is supposed to be the character doesn't die unless there's something about their death specifically in the story. Weirdly enough, Jake and the 99 Dragons, that one was, well, his death is in fact tied into the story. But in most games, they've only got one life to live, no true form of resurrection, so like, what the heck, what is the deal with these things? My goodness.
Did you tell you about the time that he was, fat? Well, that's still happening.
I told them about my brief 97-part video essay series coming up on the ring there on Jack's Tunic. I told them that my first mistake,
That looks like it hurts.
my very first video essay series was on one of the torches here, one specific torch here in the Citadel.
Oh, yeah.
And I mentioned how it was my fault for making it so long. There was no reason to have a 267-part series on a torch. And that I've since learned brevity, which is why the series on the ring is only going to be 97 episodes with a potential epilogue for the ring's brief appearance in Jak 2.
Oh, I figured so.
So it's freaking precursor frogs. Did Moses visit here?
I remember this, you gotta hit those things. I remember, this video talking about, like, it was honestly, like, close, it felt like it was close to an hour long, or around an hour long, talking about Tails' character in Sonic Forces, and, because, like, the main part of discussion was, like, at this one point, he just kept showing this same clip of Tails turning around over and over and over. And I was like, bro, this is a bit excessive. I know this is kind of one of the main parts of this discussion, but good lord.
Well, just like that documentary movie, it was a movie because it did come out in theaters, called Thin Blue Line.
Yeah.
I remember having to watch it in film studies.
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And I just remember, like, the amount of time they zoomed in on that license plate. You remember?
I don't remember that part. Maybe I put it out of my mind, but...
Hang on. Let me just look it up. Let's see.
You're playing a game!
In 1988 is when it came out. Thin Blue Line. Let's see if it shows any pictures of the darn license plate. I just remember it freaking zooming in a bunch.
You got a game playing. Temptation.
I tried to jump. How many more orbs do I have left? Okay.
100 more arbs.
108.
108 arbs left. Let's see here.
There we go. Now I do have a very brief 19-part series on this button right here. I thought about making a follow-up series for how the button looks when Jack's toe is on it, but I haven't gone through with that yet.
Wait, is this the right way?
Is this the entrance? Neat.
Yep. Neat.
It's kind of easy to get turned around in this game.
Yeah. Well, people. So hopefully hopefully with Astrobot's success, Sony will be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't make these same slide over the shoulder story games all the time that take millions of years to make.
Did I go up to that one yet?
I can't remember. That take millions of years to make, and then yeah, make it basically the same game. Hopefully they'll look at that and go, maybe we should make more platformers and some more, not too experimental games, but like more experimental games.
Well, it'd be nice for them to start experimenting again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when something gets a little too out there with the experimenting and trying to make, like, you know... Oh, really, Daxter?
You sure? I planned on missing it.
Alright, get those first.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that was going to produce good results.
The problem
Come
is... The problem is that Kira L-farted in Jack's face, and now he's trying to get back at her.
What? What farted?
L-farted? Do you not remember that?
What is L farted?
Apparently when you're like in the shape of an L and like you got your butt in the...
I'm just gonna wait for the next one to read.
It was like, because they joked about, I remember they joked about that on Game Mavericks, I mentioned it. He was a little too chuckly about my joke about the L farting.
I don't remember that.
Well, like, because whenever Ethan on Game Maverick said, the problem is that Rouge L farted in Shadow's face and now he's trying to get back at her. Saying that while they were playing Sonic 06. And a little before that, they said something about L farting, and so that's why he said that.
Oh.
And so I copied that joke and pasted Jak and Daxter related stuff in it. And then somehow you miss.
It somehow just launches me off.
Yeah.
How many are left? 20 more. L farted. What the heck? I can't. I can't even.
Can you odd?
Who would have thought I'd live to see the day when I needed to be rescued by a boy and his muskrat? I'm gonna give Garland
My boy and his muskrat.
Then we'll see about cooking up some muskrat stew. Let's go climb up those platforms.
Let's see, you have almost all the... What's over... Oh, what's over yonder?
Wait. What's down there?
Oh yeah, it's just a good way to get over. What is that way when you jump on the Pac-Man mount there?
I'm just curious what's down here.
Oh, that's just the way forward. Way back to the middle there.
Okay. Well, let's see. I still need 2 scout flies.
Actually,
I hear one. I think.
the problem... So somehow I was able to actually get through this entire game on the Vita, despite the bad frame rate. It's just whenever I got to Jak 2, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. A game this hard with... a game this hard, you know, talking about Jak 2, with these kind of controls and this kind of frame rate. Also, they kept crashing on me.
I'm guessing maybe the scout flies up here. I can't remember.
I think so, maybe? I think so. I don't know, possibly. Kind of interesting music here.
I don't think it's very fitting, but
It isn't. I'm just saying it's interesting, but like an interesting choice. Well, actually, it's got that magical, it's got that metallic sound to it. Sometimes I think zoom screens are to fix the camera, because they fix whenever you hit zoom in, and then like, you know. Wait, what's above you, Andrew? Is there anything above you? No. Could be one of those douchebags that's just like being serious, like,
oh wait,
well, I told you.
Oh, I guess Samo said to take care of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
That's what you're going up there for.
Alright, I saw the...
Saw the light.
I saw the last, scout fly.
Oh, okay.
All of her in the distance.
Where's it at?
I don't know how that just happened.
Oh, you just gotta go down there in the middle.
What the heck? Frick.
What about the word gayfer?
It's kind of cringe now.
Yeah.
Not because calling someone gay is cringe, but because gay fur just kind of sounds like it's awkward censorship.
Yeah.
So, I prefer the term faggot.
Forgot.
Or one that I really like to use to just mentally annihilate my opponents.
If I try zooming in, let's say.
How do you zoom in? Like
Is it
triangle?
like triangle or one of the...
Oh, like that kind of zoom in. No, I prefer things like Doo-Doo Head.
Whoa.
Biggest Loser from Insert Hometown Here. Those are the...
We'll have to cancel you now, Andrew. Those are some really offensive words there.
Yeah, I like the mental annihilation that those things bring about. I've been playing so much Star Wars, seeing that rope right there made me think I didn't use the force to pull it towards me.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got them all. Wow. Wow.
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now. I'll combine my green eco power with the other three sages, and together we'll
Jack
open the
looked a little
shield
weird
door
there for a
surrounding
moment.
the precursor robot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good start. And then after you guys open that shield, what are you gonna do about the robot?
Nothing, Daxter. We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you two to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh, right. I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back!
First, save the world. Then we'll try to convince Gaul to help Daxter.
Do you think that happens?
You're too late, Samus. Once I possess limitless dark eco, I will have the key to creation itself.
I'm not gonna lie, his outfit minus the bells, pretty sick.
Releasing that
Yeah.
dark eco will destroy everything we
Pretty
know.
hot, you know.
Just look what it's done to you.
It has given us a beauty beyond anything you could understand.
Beauty? Have you two looked in the mirror lately?
Just wait
I don't know,
until we
there's certain
open the
people that
silence.
still find her attractive.
You think short and
Probably
fuzzy
just
is
because of
bad.
boobies.
Yeah.
And to think, you two traveled all this way for mine. Fools! Enjoy your front row seats to the recreation of the world!
Jack, take the elevator up and stop that robot.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're not my dad.
You're just my father figure.
Lord knows it wasn't Daxter's dad. He was a... Yes.
Just breaks apart and falls. You really messed with the game here.
I guess I'll go down there. I wonder how long you can just sit there and like watch it happen. You know, like could I just stay up there and watch it do that? You guys have bastardized this thing for too long.
Oh, you're supposed to. Then when they're mosquito bills. Here. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, jeez. You know there's only like 2 bosses in this? Well, okay, like 3 bosses in this game. There's the land boss, there's the lava boss, and then there's this boss.
Finish the protocol once and for all.
Finish the protocol once and for all.
Why do you get shot up so high?
Because, cool, I guess. But don't get hit by those. But the beam.
Kind of crazy, like it's open, but it doesn't get like as much as it opens, it doesn't come out.
Yeah, I know.
And it almost gets completely open.
And then flight he goes out. That's the point. Well, just spoil the game. They don't get hit. Wow.
Frick.
Something really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get changed back now?
Alright.
Ow. Owie.
Eco will protect you now.
Oh yes it will. Sort of.
You just give up.
See, like the way the camera just kind of flipped around there.
Yeah.
I don't like that because then it throws off. If you're pressing forward, it changes what forward is, and you suddenly like veer off where you didn't need to go.
Yeah, imagine that, but like a million times worse, and it's all fixed. That's Resident Evil.
Yeah, there's a good Suno AI song for you to make. Tank controls are gay.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. It should be just a song about how dumb tank controls are. Eco explosion.
Echo. King of the Hill, and they were calling it Echo.
What, the dolphin?
No, Echo, like it's mispronouncing Eco. You know how sensitive Eco is whenever it gets misgendered.
Frick.
Yeah, that thing takes too long to destroy. Oh yeah, this is when Light Eco gets made.
They must not be allowed to get it!
Light Eco! That could be the stuff to chase me back! Or it might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy, save the world. Choices.
Wasn't that in the advertisements?
Okay,
I can't remember.
We'll save the world, but do it quickly before I change my mind!
Like, I'm still convinced that the... oh yeah, you gotta kind of wait for it to... There we go.
Why did they even, like, put out 2 blots of it?
I don't know. I guess in case you went the other way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, I wonder if they were meant to return originally before they switched over to...
Jak TA... or Jak Theft Auto.
Yes.
I have a 176-part series on that dance.
Looks like I
How much is each video? How long?
At least 3 hours.
You do have what it takes to be heroes.
But Daxter, now we can't change you back.
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
Penis.
Supposedly you can do the debug mode in the PS5 version of Jak 2, and if so, we're going to start with that before we really go in.
Okay.
Because you can use it to get to walk around the island at the beginning.
Well, Jak 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps we've found another sage, now that Gaul and Maya...
Yes, Gaul and Maya. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them. Probably.
Ah, who cares?
Apparently did, because we
Bring 'em
never
on, we
revisited
can take
this.
'em again, right,
Yeah.
Jack? I said, right, Jack? Wow! Put it on ice, big guy.
Cock blocker. So, let's
Wait, can this be skipped?
I think so. Maybe. No. Okay, yeah, Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin. You know what's funny is that, like, Andy Gavin followed me on Twitter, and then, like, it took me a long time to realize who it was before I followed back. And I was like, who is this person? Like, who is Andy Gavin? I looked at it, I was like, wait, he was responsible for the creation of Crash Bandicoot. Of course I'm going to follow him back. I don't know if he still follows me now, but, like, he did back in, like, really the early days of Twitter. Well, I guess like 2013 or 14 or something. But like I didn't realize it until much later on. I was like, wait a minute, this is the guy responsible for Crash Bandicoot. Daxter, Max Samos, Warren Burton, Gaul D. Snyder, Kira, Anna. Yeah.
There's a picture compilation called DEI Chin Greatest Hits. And it's the chins of all these, like, DEI women in video games, like Mary Jane and freaking, you know, all these games that have come out in the past few years to see. DEI Chin Greatest Hits.
Oh, shoot. Kevin Conroy talked for a character on here. But I think that fisherman, I think it said. The guy who voiced Batman for a while before he died. Well, you know, he voiced him in the anime series. Debbie D. Louder equals funnier. Dan Goodman. Goodman. What do you think, Sylvester? Sylvester, did you see a cat outside earlier? It's like how that cat just we have a neighbor cat that just kind of visits sometimes, like our yard, and Sylvester will occasionally see it and just kind of look for a while, maybe make a little meow or something. I think he made a little noise there. Kevin Simmons. Corey Strock. Charles Young. Ron Lee. His name. Kevin Keith. I didn't even know Keith was the last name.
Now, Rogelio Ramirez.
Seth Evans. Seventh. Oh, okay, so the others don't get special things? Do we care about Sony Computer Entertainment Inc. Japan? You notice this is the same music they used for that Lava Boss?
The game was probably pretty rushed.
Yeah.
Or at least crunched.
Yeah. I remember hearing about how like Crash Bandicoot was originally supposed to have like, way more moves, and of course, I mean that also was partially maybe they just did that and they were like, you know what, this won't fit the game as well, you know.
Naughty Dog's last good game.
Tekia, oh no.
Naughty Dog's last good game, and honestly, one of their last games was the first
Last of Us.
Last of Us,
yeah.
Yeah. Like seriously, like they haven't made many games since.
Well, okay, so Uncharted 4 was fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot that came out after.
Yeah, but like it was like, from what I've heard, like really, The Last of Us Part 2 was not really bad in the sense of gameplay and like all that stuff.
Yeah, but all they do is just spit in Joel's face, make Ellie gay, and
well, they made her gay in that DLC for the first.
Yeah, that's because Druckmann got involved and
yeah,
has ran Naughty Dog into the ground.
Oh yeah.
Because seriously, what have they made after The Last of Us 2? What,
Last of Us 1 Part 1 remaster and Last of Us Part 2 remaster.
Yeah, why?
I don't know if that's completely on them or if it's Sony's like thing where they're like
a second party developer. They're not bound by Sony. They just make stuff exclusively for Sony.
I thought that Sony PlayStation actually owned Naughty Dog.
Do they?
I think so.
Oh, that sucks.
They also bought and a few years back they bought Insomniac Games. Now, apparently that doesn't seem to matter much anymore because now you got Lego Horizons coming to. Well, they're not. You know, that's a Sony PlayStation Studios game.
Holy yakka! What could that be?
Wow! It's an ancient precursor door. It looks like it will only open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
We're heroes, remember? We have 100 power cells.
I don't think I've ever done this where I already had all the power cells, so I didn't know the cutscene changed slightly.
Yeah.
Was he just crouching?
I don't know.
So I guess they just had this mystery, and then they weren't sure what they were going to do in the next one, so like...
Or maybe it was going to be different than the...
What is it?
It's so beautiful.
By the precursors.
They're like... it just comes out as like the next... they show a box art for like the next game, and then like... But it was a canceled version of it. But, you're gonna debug here, or are you gonna... Just...
No, it's gonna be in the second game.
Oh, okay.
I haven't ever tested it, I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait and ensure that it actually can be done.
Well, that was Jak and Daxter, folks. So next time, possibly a different game. Could be Jak 2. We'll have to see.
Prepare for my 96-part follow-up video essay series.
Yeah.
This time, it's on the logo.
Oh, okay. Or like the A's in the logo. How there's 3 A's.
There are sneak peek. 55 of the videos will be committed to the A's.
Okay. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, what Andrew has to say is...
Kaj Dna Rexad.